All right, Mr. Malaro, I have Miss Edmonds. Are you ready on Miss Edmonds?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, Judge.
This is in the Miss Edmonds. You can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Christina Mia Edmonds. File number 24-21983FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Miss Edmonds, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. Mr. Malaro, I do have a letter dated February 11th of 2025 from my pretrial services coordinator, Darren Coast. He states that she continues to test as required. She hasn't missed and is only positive for THC and alcohol. She has presented me with her medical marijuana card. She doesn't have a no alcohol clause, so Mr. Darren Coast is recommending dismissing the contempt for not testing after getting out of treatment because she's been in compliance. Any position on that, Mr. Sneed?
No, thank you. I defer to Mr. Coates.
All right, Mr. Malaro, any objection to dismissing the contempt?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so we will dismiss that contempt to court. So, Mr. Malaro, how do you wish to proceed today on behalf of Ms. Edmonds?
Your Honor, can I have a brief breakout with Mr. Sneed? There's a plea offer, but I thought we had a different discussion about it.
Okay.
2 minutes, stop.
Right, I don't have anybody else waiting, so okay with that right now, unless Mr. Sneed is opposed to having to speak with you.
Might be. Touch and go with him.
No, now we got this one. All right, you want to come on up, and I've got Miss Underwood. We'll get you out of here. Stand right there. That we might so we can hear you. All right, Miss Underwood, I do have Mr. Tyndall here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Sky Sean Tyndall. We have two files, 20-20027FH and 22-20717FC. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Tyndall. And shoot, I lost my prosecutor, so hold on one second.
It's a violation.
Oh, okay. This is yep, you're right. This is a violation of probation, so I don't need Mr. Sneed anyway. So, Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed today with Mr. Tyndall?
Your Honor, could I have a brief opportunity to talk with Mr. Tyndall?
So, Mr. Tyndall, if you go out, so she's not able to come in right now, so she has to appear via Zoom. So if you want to go in the hallway and take a left, you know how to log in on that Zoom device?
I don't.
It's got all the instructions on it. If you can't do it, just pop your head back in and I'll send somebody out.
Perfect. And then let one that Miss Holly know I made payment too.
How much did you make a
I
payment?
just put $100 on there.
All right, so Miss Holly, he's got a receipt showing he paid $100.
Good.
Okay, so Mr. Malaro, back on Miss Edmonds. How would you like to proceed on behalf of Miss Edmonds?
Judge, if I could have a quick breakout with Miss Edmonds, I think we can get a plea on here.
All right. Yes, thank you. All right, so Miss Edmonds and Mr. Malaro, I'm gonna open up that breakout room. Go ahead and join it. Bates, are you gonna need a breakout room with Miss Bates?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Why do these jail Zooms keep coming? All right, so let me get Miss Bates in. Miss Bates, I will tell you, Miss Underwood, oh, there she is. No, Miss Bates has been really struggling to connect this morning, so she may not be able to join, but I'll keep trying. All right, so, Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed then with Miss Edmonds today? Can't hear anything you're saying, Mr. Malaro.
I believe we have a plea agreement on this case, Judge.
Okay, and, let me do this. Hold on a second. All right, so Mr. Malaro, what is the plea offer that's been made on this file?
Judge, I believe the plea agreement is going to be a plea of guilty to count 1, possession of cocaine less than 25 grams. Counts 2, 3, and 4 will be dismissed. And the subsequent offense and the habitual offenders will be dismissed as well. I also think there's a issue of restitution that would be determined at a later date.
All right. Any other elements to the plea offer, Mr. Steen?
No, thank you.
All right, so Ms. Edmonds, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Edmonds, first I want to say thank you for being compliant with pretrial services and testing negative. Obviously, the court takes that into account at the time of sentencing. So you've heard the plea agreement as stated by Mr. Malaro. So is it your intention to plead guilty to count 1, controlled substance, possession of cocaine less than 25 grams, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 4 years in prison and or a $2,500 fine? So is it your intention to plead guilty to that count?
Yes.
All right, and ma'am, do you understand count 2, 3, and 4, as well as your habitual offender and drug sub will be dismissed at the time of sentencing? Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, are you satisfied with Mr. Malaro as your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Yes.
All right, and neither the prosecutor, the defendant, nor anyone on the defendant's behalf has discussed a possible sentence with the court other than restitution will be determined at a later date. Is that correct, Mr. Malaro? I didn't hear that. I'm so sorry.
That is correct, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Steen,
Yes, Your Honor.
and is that correct as far as you're aware, Ms. Edmonds?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Stevenson, are you here?
I am.
Okay, I was talking to you earlier and I didn't get a response. I didn't know if you stepped away. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. So ma'am, if a guilty plea is accepted, there will be no trial. This means that you will be giving up rights you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those rights to you now to make sure that you understand them. You have a right to a speedy public trial by jury. I'm sorry. You may ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and court agree, you can have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at trial and have witnesses against you appear at your trial and ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at the trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial, not to have your silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you want to testify. Do you understand that if your plea is accepted, hold on one second, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at trial? Do you understand that, Ms. Edmonds?
Yes.
Do you understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea will be by application for leave to appeal and not by right? Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, a conviction of a crime may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about the rights that I've given to you?
No.
Miss Underwood, are you with us? Rhonda?
Yes, Your Honor.
Rhonda, if you have contact information for Miss Bates, will you call her? She's been trying to log on all morning and it won't join. So maybe call her and give her the phone number. Or if you're just gonna get another pre-trial, talk to her about it and we can do that without her. She's not able to connect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. All right, so Ms. Edmonds, how do you plead to the charge that on or about August 22nd of 2024 in Madison Township in the county of Lenawee, that you did commit the offense of controlled substance, possession of cocaine less than 25 grams, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
All right, has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to this charge?
No.
Do you understand if I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is the prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises or threats or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce the defendant to plead guilty? Mr. Malaro,
Not to my knowledge, Judge.
Mr. Sneed,
No, Your Honor.
has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimate of what your sentence will be in terms of length of probation or if there would be any incarceration?
No.
Okay, is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Edmonds, on August 22nd of 2024, were you in Madison Township in the county of Lenawee?
Yes.
All right, and at that time, did you have in your possession cocaine?
Yes.
Would you agree that it was less than 25 grams?
Yes.
And did you have any legal right to possess that?
No.
Okay, all right. Has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D, Mr. Sneed?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Malaro?
Court has, yes, Your Honor.
All right. I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of her rights. She does have competent counsel. I'm going to refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. Mr. Malaro, are you available April 11 at 8:15?
Probably.
So Ms. Edmonds, I'm going to set this for sentencing on April 11 at 8:15 in the morning. Do you want to appear in person or via Zoom?
Zoom.
Okay, we will do
Oh.
Zoom.
Okay.
And it's the same number you used today. All right, so Ms. Edmonds, Mr. Stevenson, do you want a quick breakout room with her?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Edmonds, I'm gonna put you in a quick breakout room with Mr. Stevenson.
Okay.
He's gonna give you instructions on what you need to do to help with the pre-sentence report. Make sure you show
Okay.
up for the appointment on it and take care of it. Be truthful with them about your background, the events that occurred. Whoever's assigned will do a pre-sentence report. We'll get a copy of that to Mr. Malaro. Call Mr. Malaro about a week before sentencing to review that with him, because I like those done in advance. And then we will see you back here on April 11 at 8:15 in the morning for sentencing via Zoom. So now I'm gonna open up this breakout room and pop you and Mr. Stevenson into that. So Ms. Edmonds, thank you. Let me find him. Where's Mr. Stevenson? Oh, there he is. Okay, there you go. Go ahead and join that breakout room and you're all set, Ms. Edmonds.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, sir.
do you have